David Bamberger was born into poverty, and he read a book at a very young age that influenced the course of his life. And he had a dream from that book, and he sold vacuum cleaners and fried chicken to realize that dream, and here we are today because of that. And so one person, we can certainly hear that one person can make a bad difference. You only have to turn on the TV to see that. We don't often hear the stories of people doing good things.
I remember so well visiting the ranch, the Bamberger ranch, when Margaret was alive. And you told me that you had deliberately sought out the most degraded, the most abused, the most overgraded land in the whole of Texas. I love to think of all the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of animals who are living because of you.
It's just providing a great habitat for all sorts of different wildlife, and there are two endangered bird species, the golden cheek warbler and the black-capped vireo, that are actually relatively common out here. And there's lots of animals and plants are thriving here, and they aren't thriving elsewhere.
And one trip to his ranch convinced, as it still convinces, everybody that goes there still today with his education and outreach efforts, that you can, in fact, benefit water by doing conservation practices on the land. The land management practices on Bamberger Ranch are just really stunning. I mean, here is a ranch that had no water on it. And J. David's land management practices benefit water so much that he, in fact, generates water on a place that had no water.
Often I think people see the 5,500 acres and, you know, the man who started Church's Fried Chicken and think, oh, I got to be that rich to do it. And it's like, no, you know, and it's like, no, you start with a chainsaw, you start with a shovel, you start with what you have. And so, you know, having those smaller examples, I've got 1/3 of an acre. I got 200 species of plants on it now. You know, so, I mean, you know, people can kind of see it. You know, you don't do it overnight either.
David Bamberger is one of the most interesting, innovative, entrepreneurial conservationists that's ever existed in Texas. Today, people come from all over the world to see what he's done, to see the incredible change that he's brought to that place, but more importantly, the message that it gives in terms of what you can do on your land to restore not only the habitat for wildlife, but for water.
There's a Robert Frost quote that's, I am not a teacher, I'm an awakener. And, you know, I read it as someone that arouses other people awareness. And, you know, he's really great at that, you know, for all age groups. I mean, he can connect with lots and lots of people.
The campers, I feel like this camp really is, for a lot of them, their only chance to really experience nature, you know, on its own. Like, a lot of these kids are coming from Houston, from Austin, from San Antonio, and where they are, you can barely see the stars at night. But, you know, out here, it's like a week of just being exposed to nature, learning about conservancy, and I feel like it's really important, you know, a really important experience to have.
I just think it's really cool how he's kind of been able to see me progress throughout the years, and has kept encouraging me and really tried to help in any way he can.
After coming here and seeing what a place can be when there's not people throwing their trash everywhere and people are being careful and people are taking care of the land, after seeing how beautiful it is here, it really makes you value that more, and it really makes you want the rest of the world to be like this, you know, filled with nature and just nice.
And the other take-home point, I think, of the Bamberger Ranch is that Mother Nature can repair itself. And this is a very hopeful experience, that you can come out here and know that it was degraded and it's been restored, and you come out and see the results of the hard work.
It's been a real privilege to know him, to follow him, and to see the impact that he's had on landowners all across our state and beyond.
This quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I think this really says what I feel about David. He who knows the most, who knows what sweets and virtues are in the ground, the water, the plants, the heavens, and how to come at these enchantments, is the rich and royal man.
I thought to myself, you know, when I grow up, I want to be just like J. David Bamberger.